Hi YouTube, Steven here. Coming to you tonight to make a short video for our friend John, Matches 860, a friend I never got to meet. I heard somebody say that in a video, and it makes me realize how many of you folks mean so much to me, and we've never met and probably never will meet. You know, I've had so many thoughts about what it would be like to have a giant gathering of just the YouTube pipe community, you know, members from all around the world in a great big place, you know, and just hanging out. And probably never happened, but it's amazing how much you folks mean to me, and John, of course, was no exception. I'm smoking my pipe that I received at Christmas from my wife picked it out, and my son John bought it for Christmas at Christmas time. Of course, they got it from Eddie Gray over at the Pipe Nook, which I love. And when they bought it, it was a Savinelli Roma Lucite 673, which sounds real technical. Not anymore. Now it's the Matches 860 pipe. Of course, it was known for that. That's the reason it was on my list of pipes that I'd like to get one day. It was the top of the list, and it's easy for them to pick something out, and it means a lot more now, as I've understood that a lot of these pipes have been sold in the last couple of days, as well as but you can't find any Haunted Bookshop anywhere on a shelf. So in my pipe I've got some Haunted Bookshelf, and John, I'm going to do my best. Some of you know I'm kind of a nicotine weenie, and on a bookshop I got this sample quite a few years ago from Harleyman Piper, who we don't see on here anymore. Hope he's doing well, but he sent me some, and it about put me on my back, and I decided to bust it out. It's kind of strange that after I got this pipe, you know, the way my cellar works, there are a lot of things that I prefer, and they tend to stay in the front, but things get jumbled around, moved around a bit, and for some reason the Haunted Bookshop, which is always way in the back corner, way in the back, because it's just not one I really prefer, it just kind of rotated to the front, and it's you know, I just noticed it a couple of times, like, how'd this thing get in the front, you know, and now I look back, and I'm a big believer in things happen for reasons, and you know, I dug it out tonight, and I thought it was time to fill up the proper pipe with the proper tobacco. Now I am not having any ginger ale, having a little darker, a little stronger for John. Been watching a lot of videos, getting through some I can't seem to get through. A lot of love out there for this man. Of course, as happens, pipes out. But watching some of these videos have been extremely heartwarming to realize how much a person can mean to you, even, like I said, even if you haven't even met. My wife and I were watching a few videos and clips and things, and Old Hollywood Briar made a video, and through the middle and toward the end was just clips of John signing on, saying Matches 860 in the 37 ways that he said that, and it just touched us. And Louisa turned to me and she says, I have tears in my eyes. And I did too. My wife, who's not a pipe smoker, she has a pipe. She's smoked it a few times. A wonderful gift from a sweet friend, but she could be anywhere in the house, and I would turn on one of John's videos, and she would hear his intro, and with her accent, and I mentioned this in a couple comments with John, but with her accent, it was so sweet because she would pop around the corner and say, "Matches 860." I'm going to miss that. I'm hoping, like so many of us have said, that his videos stay online and we can revisit. I actually I missed the Friday night. I didn't make to a lot of the Friday night lives due to I usually picking up Louisa at work about that time, and we run to get something to eat, and I usually miss it. And I do stop back and watch some of them after the fact, and that's what I'm doing to this last one. I started to watch it last night a little bit, and yeah, it's kind of tough to watch, knowing that he's gone. But I'm gonna miss those, and as life happens, you look back and go, boy, I should have been part of that every Friday night. But life gets in the way of living sometimes, and it is what it is. When I started pipe smoking, and as we all have done, we traveled this hobby and found ourselves into the YouTube pipe community. John was one of the first ones. I think Northwest Pipe Smoker, probably John, a couple other guys, the Dagners, of course. Those were the first ones I found, and I found John being just an everyday, good, down-to-earth kind of fella, but yet he was a cornerstone. Somebody said he was a godfather of the YouTube pipe community. And, you make a comment thinking, oh boy, this guy gets a lot of comments, and, he's not going to read mine. And when he responds, and fairly quickly, it's like, whoa, he's a celebrity. And he's talking to me. I remember once Jason Dagner sent me a note, and I was just like floored. And you kind of take a look and think, boy, we're just a bunch of guys smoking pipes. But in this strange community we have, there are celebrities. There are people that rise kind of above people like myself that just plunge along making videos. And John was one of those guys, but man, you could send him a note or a comment, and he would respond quickly with an answer or a reply. He'd comment on some of my videos and things, and it was an honor, It really was. Watching Mindful Pipes video, and he used the word starstruck, and I thought that's pretty accurate. It's funny, John would probably he'd probably shake his head knowing that we use words like starstruck in relation to him, but he's a good man. We're going to miss him terribly. Some people have said Friday nights won't be the same. Holidays, when he would tell his ghost stories, and just seeing him on there on a regular basis, that's going to leave a hole. It's going to be hard to fill. We'll be all right. We've lost others, and we'll lose some more. That's the circle. But I'm hoping that, as so many people have said, I hope his content will stay online. I've wondered that before, on my own channel. I think I mentioned it a time or two in a couple of my videos that it's like a legacy. It's like a diary. It's like a journal. It's as we travel this pipe smoking journey, and we share. It's not just about the pipe. It's not about the tobacco. It's about our journey through life, and you share a lot of stuff. I mean, you folks have met. My wife followed our journey, and her kids coming. You've heard me talk about my sons and their girlfriends. I mean, my job. We talk about a lot of that stuff, and you folks come along, and we came along with John, and that content. I've always wondered kind of what happens to it after we go, and I'm hoping, like so many people have already said before me, that his content stays on, because we'll revisit it. You know, he'll pop into your mind. You know, I'll pick up this pipe and think, oh, I wonder how John's doing, and have that ability to go back and take a look see. You know, I hope that stays on, and to go along with that a bit, I'm hoping his family, who wasn't really involved in his pipe smoking hobby, based on what his daughter said in the Facebook posts and whatnot, but I hope they have a chance after things calm down and sort of level out for them, that they can take a look at some of these videos and just see the outpouring of love that her dad and John's wife's, you know, husband gave us all. You know, he was a huge part of our life, and probably I never would have met him. He's pretty far away from Iowa, and you know, the chance of running into somebody like that would be pretty slim, but he still meant a lot to us, and I hope they can get a sense of that. You know, I know there's a petition going around to add his name to the Haunted Bookshop label or something like that. That would be awesome, you know, if they would do something like that, because that was his tobacco. He liked a lot of tobaccos, and he liked a lot of pipes, but this here pipe and that tobacco will forever be bonded with his name and his persona. So anyway, but you know, I hope his family will take a look after things calm down, and we wish them all the peace and grace that they can muster to get through this situation, because it's hard. It's hard on us, and I can't imagine what they're going through. So our thoughts are with them. Our thoughts are with John. Safe journey, my friend. You all take care. We'll talk again soon. Be well.